Hey everyone, welcome back to Saltwater Stories. Ready for another amazing underwater adventure?
Always.
Well, get ready, because today we're talking about something truly magical. Glowing shrimp.
Yeah. These tiny creatures light up the ocean depths. It's incredible.
It's like something straight out of a fairy tale.
Right.
But they're not just reflecting light, are they?
Nope. They're actually making their own light. It's called bioluminescence.
Wow, so it's like they have tiny little flashlights built in?
Not quite. It's more like a tiny chemistry set inside their bodies. They have this molecule called luciferin, which you can think of as the fuel.
Yeah, okay, luciferin got it. What else?
Well, they need oxygen too, just like we do to breathe.
Makes sense. So luciferin plus oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
What's the spark?
That's where luciferase comes in. It's a special enzyme that sets off the whole reaction.
Okay, so luciferin and oxygen get together, luciferase sparks it up, and boom, we have light.
Exactly.
That's pretty amazing. But why go through all that trouble just to glow? Wouldn't it be easier to just stay hidden in the dark?
Well, it turns out glowing has some pretty awesome benefits, especially in the deep ocean where there's not much sunlight.
Oh, I see. So it's like their own personal spotlight down there.
Exactly. Take the Cystilaspis debilis, for example.
Cystilaspis debilis, what a name.
Yeah, it's a mouthful. But these guys are pretty cool. They live way down deep, like 2,000 feet below the surface, and they actually use their light to blend in.
Wait, what? They glow to camouflage themselves. How does that work?
It's called counterillumination. Imagine you're a hungry fish swimming below, looking up for a snack.
Okay, I'm a hungry fish.
If a shrimp isn't glowing, you'd see its silhouette against the faint light filtering down from above.
Makes sense.
But if the shrimp is glowing just enough to match that light, well, it practically disappears.
Wow, that's incredible. So they're basically using their glow to become invisible, like an invisibility cloak.
Exactly. Pretty sneaky, right?
Super sneaky. But I bet that's not the only reason they glow, is it?
You're right. These little shrimp are full of surprises.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more. What else do they use their light for?
Well, they also use it to talk to each other.
Wait, really? They talk with light?
Yep. Down in the deep, it's hard to see, so they communicate with flashes and pulses of light, almost like their own Morse code.
So they're sending each other secret messages with their lights.
Hmm.
What kind of things are they saying to each other?
Could be anything. Attracting a mate, warning off rivals, maybe even coordinating group movements.
Wow, it's like they have their own underwater social network. But what about attracting unwanted attention? Wouldn't a bright light make them a target for predators?
That's a good point. But some shrimp have actually figured out how to use their glow as a defense mechanism.
Oh, really? How so?
Well, they can suddenly flash their lights to startle a predator, giving them a chance to escape.
It's like their own personal flashbang. That's brilliant.
Some shrimp even squirt out a glowing liquid as a decoy. The predator goes after the light, and the shrimp zips away to safety.
Wow, talk about a slick move.
Right. They're pretty clever.
So they're using their light to confuse and distract their enemies. Pretty smart. But I'm guessing they don't just use their glow for defense. They must use it for hunting too, right?
Absolutely. Imagine you're a tiny creature swimming along and you see this flickering light in the darkness.
Ooh, shiny.
Before you know it, snap! Dinner time for the shrimp.
So they're luring in their prey with their light. It's a shrimp light show and dinner all in one.
Exactly.
So these shrimp are both predator and prey, using their light for attack and defense. That's amazing. But if so many shrimp are glowing down there, doesn't that make them easy targets for predators?
It's a delicate balance. Their glow can attract both mates and meals. But that's the beauty of nature, right? This constant push and pull between survival strategies. And remember, we're talking about a huge variety of bioluminescent shrimp species.
Oh, right. So they don't all glow in the same way or for the same reasons.
Exactly. Some have very specific patterns and ways they use their light.
That makes sense. So tell me, what are some of the different types of glowing shrimp out there? I'm picturing a whole underwater rave.
Well, we've already talked about our deep sea friend, the Cystilaspis debilis. They're known for their rhythmic pulses of light.
Like they're dancing to their own beat.
Exactly. And their bodies are actually perfectly designed to amplify that light.
Oh, really? How so?
Well, they're often translucent, meaning light can pass right through them.
Ah, interesting.
And sometimes their bodies are even reflective, which helps to scatter and spread the light they produce.
It's like they have tiny mirrors all over their bodies.
Exactly. So they're basically glowing from the inside out.
That's incredible. But those are deep-sea shrimp.
Yeah.
What about the shrimp that live in shallower water? Do they glow too?
Oh, absolutely. Think about coastal waters, where some moonlight can still penetrate. Shrimp living there might use their bioluminescence to blend in with that dappled light.
So they're creating their own camouflage pattern with light, like a living, glowing ghillie suit.
Exactly. And another cool thing is that not all shrimp rely on the same method for producing light.
Oh, interesting. What do you mean?
Well, some creatures actually get their glow from bacteria.
Wait, really? Bacteria can make them glow. That's wild.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. But many shrimp actually generate their own light using special organs called photophores.
Photophores, what are those?
They're like tiny internal lanterns located all over the shrimp's body, on their heads, legs, even their undersides.
So it's not just one big light bulb, it's a whole network of glowing spots.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the placement and arrangement of these photophores can be really different between species, giving them unique light patterns.
So it's like each species has its own signature glow.
Exactly.
So we've got rhythmic pulses, camouflage patterns, decoy flashes.
Yeah.
These shrimp have a whole arsenal of light-based tricks. And it's all tied back to survival in this incredible underwater world.
It really is remarkable.
It's mind-blowing.
And we're just scratching the surface of what we know about these fascinating creatures.
I bet. There's so much more to learn.
Definitely. But before we keep going with all the amazing ways shrimp use their light, how about we take a step back and look at the bigger picture?
Sounds good to me. What do you have in mind?
Well, where do these glowing shrimp fit into the whole ocean ecosystem? How do they interact with other creatures? And what about their role in the food web?
Oh, that's a great point. They might be tiny, but they must play an important part in the ocean's balance.
Exactly. And that's what we'll be diving into next.
I can't wait. All right, so we've talked about how these shrimp use their glow for camouflage, for communication, even for defense. But where do they fit in the whole ocean food web?
Great question.
I mean, they're tiny, right? They've got to be food for something.
You're exactly right. They might be small, but they play a big role in the ocean's ecosystem. It's like a delicate dance, really.
How so?
Well, they're both predator and prey.
So they're hunting while being hunted.
Exactly. Remember how we talked about some shrimp using their light to attract those tiny creatures?
Right, right.
Well, those become their meals. They munch on plankton, larvae, all sorts of microscopic organisms.
So it's like a shrimp buffet down there. But who's eating the shrimp?
Well, all sorts of creatures rely on shrimp as a food source. You've got fish, squid, even bigger shrimp. They're a crucial part of the food chain, and their abundance really helps keep the whole ocean ecosystem in balance.
It's amazing how something so small can be so important.
It really is.
It's like a chain reaction, right? If the shrimp disappear, the things that eat them start to disappear, and so on.
Exactly. It's a delicate balance.
Wow. But shrimp aren't just food, are they?
Nope. They also play a role in something called nutrient cycling. Helps keep the ocean healthy.
Nutrient cycling? What's that?
Think of it like a recycling system for the ocean.
Good.
Shrimp eat organic matter, and that means they take in all sorts of nutrients from their food. And then, when they're eaten by larger animals, those nutrients get passed up the food chain.
So even in their death, they're helping to support other life in the ocean.
Exactly. Pretty amazing, huh?
It really is. But I have to ask,
Yeah.
what about us humans? Have we always been fascinated by these glowing shrimp?
Oh, absolutely. Humans have a long history with these creatures.
Really? What kind of history?
Well, imagine, way back when, sailors navigating across vast, dark oceans.
Okay.
Sometimes the only light they would see were these faint glimmers from glowing shrimp in the water.
Wait, so they used shrimp light as a guide? Like a natural compass?
You got it. It might sound strange now, but back then it was a valuable clue for sailors trying to find their way.
That's incredible. It makes you realize just how much we've learned from observing the natural world.
Definitely.
But it's not just about navigation, right? I bet scientists have been studying these shrimp for all sorts of reasons.
You're right. Scientists are fascinated by bioluminescent shrimp. Remember those molecules we talked about earlier? Luciferin and luciferase? Well, scientists have actually figured out how to use them in medicine and biotechnology.
Really?
How? Well, for one thing, they can use those glowing proteins to track cells.
Track cells?
Yeah. Like, imagine being able to actually see how cells move and interact within the body.
Wow.
It's revolutionized our understanding of all sorts of things, from cancer to how our brains work.
That's incredible. So these tiny shrimps are helping us unlock huge advances in medicine. Who knew?
It's pretty remarkable.
It is. But I'm guessing not all human interaction with these creatures has been positive, right?
Unfortunately, that's true. While we are learning to appreciate them more, we also pose a threat to their survival.
Oh, that's sad. What kind of threats are we talking about?
Well, pollution is a big one,
Hmm.
especially in coastal areas. Chemical runoff can actually disrupt the delicate chemistry that allows shrimp to produce light. It's like dimming their lights.
Oh, wow.
And then there's overfishing, which can decimate shrimp populations and damage their habitats.
It's like we're taking away their magic before we even fully understand it.
Yeah. And then there's something else too, light pollution.
Light pollution.
Yeah.
How does that affect creatures in the deep sea?
It might be hard to believe, but even in the deep sea, light from our cities and ships, it can actually reach down and disrupt natural behaviors.
Seriously. Even that far down.
Yep. Imagine you're a shrimp, you're relying on your light to communicate or find a mate, and suddenly you're bombarded by this unnatural light.
So it's like having a spotlight shone on you when you're trying to have a private conversation.
Exactly. It throws off their natural rhythms, makes them more vulnerable to predators.
That's not good.
Nope. And then, of course, there's climate change. Warming waters and changes in ocean chemistry, it can all affect shrimp populations.
It's a lot to think about.
It is. But I'm hoping it's not all doom and gloom.
Me too. Are there things being done to help protect these amazing creatures?
Absolutely. There are lots of organizations working to conserve these glowing wonders. Groups like the Ocean Conservancy, they're advocating for responsible fishing practices, reducing pollution, and creating marine protected areas.
Marine protected areas. What are those?
They're like safe havens where these creatures can thrive.
Oh, that's great. So there's still hope for these little guys.
There's always hope, and honestly, each of us can play a role.
Really? What can we do?
Even simple things like reducing your plastic use, supporting sustainable seafood choices, it can all make a difference. It's
Yeah.
about recognizing their importance and making choices that help protect them.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Every little bit helps, right?
absolutely. We've talked about the science of bioluminescence, how these shrimp use their light to survive and the threats they face. But there's something almost magical about these creatures, isn't there?
Totally.
Hmm.
I can't help but feel like there's more to their story.
I agree. There's a sense of wonder and mystery that surrounds them, and that's something that's actually been reflected in human culture for centuries.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
Well, think about it. These tiny creatures producing their own light in the darkest depths of the ocean.
Yeah.
It's no wonder they've inspired myths and legends from all over the world.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Well, in some cultures, people believed their light was a gift from ocean spirits, guiding lost fishermen back to shore.
Wow.
Others saw them as celestial beings, like stars fallen from the sky. And some even associated them with mystical creatures, like will-o'-the-wisps, leading travelers on mysterious journeys.
It's amazing how something so small can spark such grand imaginings. It's like they hold a piece of the magic of the ocean itself.
Exactly. And even today, with all our scientific knowledge, bioluminescent shrimp continue to fascinate us. Think about bioluminescence tourism.
Bioluminescence tourism. What's that?
It's where people go on special boat trips just to witness the glowing waters.
That sounds incredible. It's like stepping into a fairy tale.
It is pretty amazing. But with that kind of interest, it's even more important that we protect these creatures, right?
Right. We need to enjoy these natural wonders without harming them.
Exactly. Responsible tourism, making sure we leave their environment as pristine as we found it. After all, the goal is to protect these creatures so they can continue to inspire awe and wonder for generations to come.
Well said. We've explored the science, the ecological role, the cultural significance, even the threats facing these amazing creatures. It's been an incredible journey.
It has.
But before we wrap things up, I'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
What's the one thing you really want our listeners to take away from this episode?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is that these glowing shrimp, they're much more than just a pretty light show.
Right.
They're vital to the ocean's balance, they've inspired scientific discoveries, and they've captured our imaginations for centuries.
It's true.
It's a reminder that even the smallest creatures can have a huge impact.
I couldn't agree more. Learning about these glowing wonders has been incredible. But as we've learned, they face threats, right? From pollution, overfishing, habitat destruction. It really highlights how important it is to be responsible stewards of our oceans. What can our listeners do to help protect these amazing creatures for future generations?
Well, the good news is there are things we can all do. Even small actions can make a big difference.
Like what?
Well, think about reducing your use of single-use plastics.
Okay,
Those
yeah,
often end up in the ocean, harming marine life.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Every little bit helps, right?
absolutely. And you can also support sustainable seafood choices. Look for labels that indicate the seafood was caught or farmed in a way that doesn't harm the environment.
So we can vote with our wallets and choose seafood that's good for both us and the ocean.
Exactly. And honestly, another powerful thing you can do is spread the word. Share what you've learned about bioluminescent shrimp with your friends and family.
Yeah, good idea.
The more people who understand their importance, the better chance we have at protecting them.
That's so true. Knowledge is power, and sharing that knowledge can inspire others to take action. Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, from the science of how they glow to their role in the ecosystem, even their impact on human culture. It's been an amazing adventure exploring the world of glowing shrimp.
It has been fascinating. I always learn something new when we talk about these creatures.
Me too.
Yeah.
And a huge thank you to you for sharing your expertise with us today.
My pleasure. It's been a delight.
And of course, we can't forget to give a shout out to this week's co-producers, Max and Ben. We appreciate all the research and design work you put into this week's episode. Your dad is so proud of you both.
Great job, guys.
To all our listeners, thank you for joining us on this underwater adventure. We hope you've learned something new and are feeling inspired to protect the wonders of our oceans. Until next time, keep exploring.